Dear Minnesotong applicants, I am so excited that you are making the choice to have hope, optimism, and faith in the 2021 overnight camping season. And by applying to Camp Minnesotong in Clayton, the board of directors, and myself. 2020 was a camping season like no other. And in many ways, I expect the same of 2021. There will be definite changes and hard work, but there will also be togetherness, laughter, silliness, and most importantly, joy. If you're like me, you might find that in short supply these days. But by choosing Camp Minnesotong, you are choosing just that, joy, and I thank you. We've decided to post our typical job descriptions for the most part, but the job's going to look a little different this year. The essentials of who we want our staff to be and how they will serve our campers and each other is the same though. Be there for your campers. Be their guide, be their role model, be their helper. Create opportunities for fun, learning, growth, and an amazing camp experience. Spark the imagination of your campers. Ensure that all campers are kept completely safe, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, for the duration of all camp activities, including reporting health and safety hazards. These responsibilities remain unchanged. How we live out these responsibilities, however, will change. Unfortunately, at the time of writing, I'm not exactly sure how they will change, but I want to share with you a few things that I either know or suspect will be different about this summer. There's about 12 of them, but stay with me. 1. Scenarios. We have 3 main scenarios at play. Overnight camp, scenario A, is the one we are putting the most energy into planning right now. It is the one that we hope to run and that the Ontario Camping Association, or OCA, has committed to making a possibility for all summer camps in Ontario. Still, even with all this planning, there is a chance that we will have to move to a different scenario. Scenario B is running day camp only for all ages. All day camp, all the time. Scenario C is running virtual camp and family camp or family cabin rentals. When you apply to work with camp, you are applying for all these scenarios, just as campers are registering for all these scenarios. If we move to the day camp scenario, we are looking into the possibility of having long distance out of town staff stay on site. If you have questions about the scenarios, check out our website for more details. So that's campminnesotong.ca/summer scenarios. And if you still have questions, please contact me, Colleen, at campminnesotong.ca. And I'll be happy to chat with you about them or any other questions you may have. 2. If we need to reduce staff. If we move to scenario B or C, we may find that we do not need the same number of staff we once did. In that case, we will run another round of applications that are specific to the scenario in order to choose the staff team that will remain with us as fairly as possible. We will do everything we are able to prevent this from happening. 3. Length of time on site. We will put as many protocols in place as possible that will allow you to go home on weekends while ensuring your safety. Your personal decisions will help this greatly. But there's a very small chance that you will be asked to stay on site for the whole summer, even weekends, if it is required. And truly, we only want to do this if it is required. Once you arrive on site, you are there until the summer ends, even on your breaks, your weekends, and your evenings. In that case, we will consider ways to allow you to visit town together while still spending your weekend living at camp. Number 4, cohorting. It is nearly 100% likely that some form of cohorting will be necessary. What does that mean? You will be assigned to a cabin and a partner cabin. You and that partner cabin will do everything together. You may even be partners for the entire summer. Cohorting exists to reduce the spread of COVID-19 and to trace COVID-19 exposure if someone tests positive. It's a really important tool in our toolbox. 5. Programming. While typically a counselor programmer will program for one or two specific programs, this year you may find yourself programming for all programs, except those which require a specialist for safety reasons. This means you may need to be ready to program on theme for archery, arts and crafts, music and drama, sports and games, living out loud, which is personal growth, faith, and justice, beachcraft, pool, the programming, not the lifeguarding, and free play or passion sessions. If this is the case, we will work hard during training time to make sure you are prepared and able to do this, and I'm confident you will be. Additionally, you will have support from the program director, myself, and each other. I will do my best to create cohorts with staff and CITs with a diverse range of program interests so that you can cover as many bases as possible as a team. Some programs may not run. We are consulting with AdventureWorks, OCA, and Public Health to figure out how to run things like rock wall, pool, and low ropes. All of these areas pose significant challenges that we are working to overcome, but it's not guaranteed. Please do still apply for these positions. If we cannot offer any one of these programs because of safety, and we hired you for one of these positions, we will absolutely fit you into our staff team elsewhere. 6, cleaning. Be ready to clean. I know that for many, cleaning is a low priority, and I understand. It's nowhere near as fun as interacting with campers, participating or leading programs, or getting to your break time. This year, though, cleaning will need to be a top priority, because this year, more than ever, cleaning is about keeping our campers safe, and keeping our campers safe is your number one job. Be ready to sanitize at the beginning of programs, at the end of programs, to sanitize your cabins, sanitize your tables, sanitize doorknobs, washrooms, play equipment, shared materials, and pretty much anything else your hands touch. Be ready to be put on a cleaning team for a week, where cleaning is your sole responsibility. But also know that we will distribute cleaning exclusive time as equitably as possible. 7, masks. You will be required to wear a mask at least some of, if not most of the time. Come prepared with 3-layer fabric masks or disposable masks as per Health Canada guidelines. You will want to have at least 2 for each day of the week plus some spares. If you run out, we will have some on site, but come with as many as you can. 8, self-isolation. If you show signs or symptoms of COVID-19 at any point during the summer or come in direct contact with someone with COVID-19, and our healthcare staff, summer director, or executive director ask you to self-isolate, it will be required. There will be a space on site in which you are able to isolate if isolating at home is not possible. While you're isolating, we will continue paying you. Because of this, if you are not very ill, you will be assigned work that can be done from isolation, such as planning programs, writing Christmas cards to campers, helping prepare for upcoming sessions, or leading a virtual session for campers or alumni. 9, testing. You will be required to get tested for COVID-19 prior to camp. If rapid testing becomes available, we will be doing our best to make that part of our screening program upon arrival for camp, for all staff and campers. If you show signs or symptoms of COVID-19 at any point during the summer, and our healthcare staff, summer director, or executive director ask you to get tested, it will be required. 10, symptom tracking in pre-camp. Before you arrive at camp, you will be asked to track and log your COVID-19 symptoms, or lack thereof, and contacts for 2 weeks. You will be required to submit this to the summer camp director before arrival at camp. 11, training. We are hoping to be able to run all the training in person at camp, but we cannot guarantee that will be possible, especially with some of our earlier April and May training. Some training may be online. We'll do our very best to keep it engaging if that is the case. 12. Things we have not thought of yet. There are absolutely things that we have not yet thought of. We will do our very best to be as transparent as we are allowed to be and let you know what is changing and how it will affect you as we discover things and make plans. We have to ask for a bit of grace in this space. We're doing our very best, but things seem to come out of nowhere sometimes, and that flexibility is really important, and we value and thank you for that. As you can see, things are going to be different. Arrival and departure will look different. Traditions will be modified. Games will have to get even more creative. If you used to help rub sunscreen in, tie shoes, or help with bathing suits, you will now have to patiently explain and encourage campers to do this on their own. We will need you to be at your very best, and I am confident that you will be able to be. If you are applying to Camp Minnesotong, it is because you value adventure, inclusion, joy, creativity, relationship, and above all, creating an exceptional camper experience. And that will not change. You have already adapted, shown flexibility, and been resilient to get you this far. And I look forward to hearing about what you have learned this year. Whether you are new to Minnesotong or are returning for your second, third, or seventh year, together we will create an unforgettable summer. And now some logistics. Please sign off that you've read or listened to this letter and know that I will ask you some questions about it during your interview. There will be a more formal COVID-19 agreement that you will need to sign alongside your contract if you are offered a position with us this summer. If you have any questions about COVID-19 or about any other part of the application process, please give me a shout at colleen@campminnesotong.ca. And I will be taking some time to recharge from December 22nd to January 5th, so possibly while you're watching this. After that, look for replies from me from Sunday to Thursday within 48 hours, and Friday and Saturday within 48 hours of Sunday. So I'm going to try and be quick, but I do have to take a break sometimes. And that's it. So take breaks, stay hydrated, work hard, and make sure to play. And we are really excited to have you applying with us this year. I hope to see you at camp. Bye.